Hello viewers, and welcome back to my new Let's Play of Pikmin 2. We could land back in the Valley of Repose and continue our exploration for treasure, but first I want to check out the Picklopedia, one of my favorite things about this game. Here in the Picklopedia, we catalog all of the amazing creatures that we run across throughout the game. We can oh shit. I pushed the wrong button. Here, we can feed them carrots to see their attack patterns. Just imagine the carrots are Pikmin, alright? We can also take a look at Olimar's notes describing the creature. Here we have Dwarf Bulborbs. Dwarf Red Bulborbs, rather. Panzarus Pseudoculai Rusis. I have no idea if I said that correctly. But they're from the breadbug family. Although initially identified as a juvenile red bulborb, groundbreaking new research indicates that this creature is in fact a member of the breadbug family. A close relative of the vanilla breadbug, it escapes predation through mimicry. Unique adaptation of the red bulborb's crimson coloration allows the species to safely commingle. Such effective adaptation and obfuscation by a prey species is rare, indicating this clever creature is a master of mimicry. First of all, playing this game as a 5-year-old kid, I learned so much vocabulary from Olimar. Like, literally to this day, I will see words and I'll be like, I know what that word means because of Olimar. Obfuscation is just one of them. Absconding is another. I can just list a bunch, alright? I love how scientific his journals are, and I love the pseudoscience behind this whole world. Like, this Pikmin world's got insane ecology behind it. It's so believable, despite being obviously absurd. That's just one of the many reasons I love this game. So yeah, plot twist. These guys aren't even the babies of the bigger ones. They just look like the bigger ones so they don't get eaten by the bigger ones. I find that hilarious. Let's see. We've also got the pellet posy here. Let's see what Olimar has to say. Pellet posy, Amplus nutrio, pelletweed family. In the stem of the pellet posy, one can observe the muscle fiber unique to half plant, half animal species, such as the Pikmin and candy pop flowers. So that pellet posy is a species that can be considered a close relative. Although the ability to crystallize nectar is unique to a small group of the pelletweed family, the fact that these plants reach maturity so quickly and that their pellets contain such high concentrations of the natural nutrients in the soil explains why the Pikmin and so many of the other indigenous species are so reliant on these pellets for sustenance. Was that one goddamn sentence? No. It was like 2 sentences. Olimar. Buddy, I know you're eager to catalog your findings, but geez. But we don't just catalog the creatures, we also catalog the treasure we find. Like a Duracell battery here. We've recovered our first treasure. Amazingly, the Pikmin remember how to salvage it. I can't understand their adorable language, and I don't know what they're thinking, yet I'm so happy to see them. When I crashed on this planet, the Pikmin helped me locate my missing ship parts. In my darkest hour, the Pikmin were there for me. Now that I'm reunited with them, I know that everything will turn out alright. It will, right? Don't think about it too hard, Olimar. Don't think about it too hard. Everything's gonna be fine. Alright, well, back to the Valley of Repose. It's really the only thing we can do. I do like reading the journals in the Picklopedia, and I probably will throughout the Let's Play, because they give you interesting insights into the characters and what they're thinking, which I think is important. Eventually we'll get journals from Louis and the ship. It's not just Olimar. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? Sure. The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. If you say so. Whoa. I'll take out all 20, why not? Oh, I totally missed that first one. Alright, guys. Guys. Okay. We are timed now. You can see the sun meter on the top of the screen. Look at this, we already have the large pellet posies. There's 5 there. 5 there. 1 here. I wonder if there's any more sprouting back here. That's my question. There is. Look at that. I'm glad I checked. Every Pikmin counts, alright? Every Pikmin counts. Alright. Put 2 on those since they're a little far behind. Boom! Switch to Louie and we're already back at base and we can start plucking. That's one strategy for this game, is just to leave Louie at the base at all times so he can pluck all the sprouts when the Pikmin return to the base with their findings. I've noticed a lot of people play that way. They have Olimar scout ahead, you know, do the combat, do the puzzles, find the treasure, and they keep Louie behind to take care of the Pikmin that return to base throughout the day. This pellet posy hasn't sprouted yet, but when it does, I believe it'll be a 5. Guess it can't hurt to bring Olimar back now while we wait. This is a nice area, the Valley of Repose. You know, it's got that Christmas vibe to it. I guess I should say winter vibe. There's Christmas elements later on in this stage, but for now it's just snowy. I was right, there's a 5 pellet there now. Both leaders can pluck, which is nice. You can pluck twice as fast if they're both here. Oops. There I go again, pressing the wrong button. Look at this, boom. Twice as fast plucking. If Louie would... Okay. Anyways, we have 47 now. And if you remember, this only takes 35 to crush, so we're good there. Just gotta throw really fast. You can throw much faster in this game than you could in the first game, that's for sure. It's pretty one-to-one. Like, depending on how fast you can press the button, that's how many Pikmin you can throw. We've got a big guy here, this could be dangerous. In the last game, it was smart to rush at the butt, but I think throwing is actually more the way to do it this time. Yeah! You guys can start taking those back. And over here we have a crushed tin can, which you might not think is important, but it's actually treasure. And it takes way more Pikmin than I thought I had. Or it takes way more Pikmin than I thought it would, rather. This game is, like, paradoxically stressful and relaxing, because you have the time limit. But it's also, like, chill. I mean, this is kind of nice, right? Maybe I should have brought Louie back too, so we could pluck twice as fast, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright, that should be everyone here. The remaining 13 Pikmin should be with Louie. If I've been managing my Pikmin correctly. Yep, there they are. Let's just put as much as we can on this tin can, get it moving as fast as possible. While the rest of you can start working on this wall. Yeah. Just like in Pikmin 1, there's going to be walls throughout the map that you have to break down. The more Pikmin you have on it, the faster it'll get destroyed. So they might take a while since there's only a few, but obviously we need the rest of our group to take this treasure back. I always thought this kind of looked like a face. Like the lines on the side are like a mustache or something. I don't know. I played this game too much, dude. Ever since I was like 5 years old. Never gets old. Look at that, they knocked it down a level. Each wall is like 3 levels tall. It went down 1, there's 2 to go. And there's a little snowman here. I'm not gonna question what made it. It implies the existence of intelligent life. Which, as far as I know, all the intelligent life on this planet's gone extinct. Utter scrap. Yet it's worth 170 Pokos. And for reference, if you remember, 100 Pokos is a whole year's salary back on Hokotate. So, that's wild. Uh-oh. Oh, that scared me. It paused for a second. Alright, Almar. Bring the rest back. So I can direct the Pikmin by playing this little recorder sound. I can move where they go, pretty much. Look at that, they've done it. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked, their might is ferocious. Louie, did Almar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B. Press X to disband the group. Use C to issue orders and objectives to the group. That's the recorder I was just showing off. Excuse me. C is useful for swarming Pikmin around treasure and enemies or making them march in a line. Hell yes. That's something Pikmin 3 got rid of. You can't directly control the Pikmin in Pikmin 3, which I think is a very poor decision, but I don't like Pikmin 3. I love it, but I don't like it, if that makes sense. It was kind of disappointing. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. Phrasing, what could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear, the leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod, too. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Well, considering there's water up ahead and red Pikmin drown in water, the hole is really our only option. The Emergence Cave. Enter this hole with your squad of Pikmin. Yes. Introducing the most controversial aspect of this game. People either love it or hate it. I love it. There's actual dungeons. Create a Pikmin 2? No. It's gonna keep asking me for, to save the game. I don't need to save. I don't need to save. Emergence Cave, sub-level 1. As you can see, the head of the ship actually detached and followed us down here. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests subterranean areas may support different life forms than the surface. If you wish to check underground terrain, press start pause to communicate with me. I am not just a ship. I am an all-purpose support pod. Look at this, we have like albino Dwarf Bulborbs. Probably from the lack of sunlight, am I right? Let's take all of this junk back. Do it, guys. Don't forget this guy here. See, isn't this satisfying? Just watching them carry it all back in a line like an army of ants. Ta-da! The citrus lump. Sure. Oh, how can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your find in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. Yeah, so when you're underground, there's no onions. So all of the enemies you defeat and carry back will be taken to the ship instead, and each one is worth like 2 Pokos. Quenching Emblem. 7-Up. I love 7-Up. Yeah, so enemy values range from like 2 Pokos to 15, depending on how difficult they are considered to fight, I guess. This hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with L, R, and Z, correct? Your expression suggests that you do. Excellent. Then approach the hole and press A to enter it. Yeah, so this was sub-level 1. I think we cleared it all out, so we're gonna go straight to sub-level 2. No matter where the Pikmin are, they'll always come with you to the next sub-level, so I don't have to go back to base to collect them, which is nice. Oh, it's gonna ask me every time. That might get annoying. That might get annoying. Sub-level 2. Final floor. I don't know why it's so extra about it. Alright, we'll get those later. Look at that, it's half a globe. As if we needed more hints that this was Earth. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. What? We need 101? Just like the last game, there is a 100 Pikmin limit in this game. It's impossible to have more than 100 Pikmin out in the field at the same time. I'll let you guys figure out what that means. Die. Perish. Hello, what's this? Astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. If you remember from the first game, these are candy pop buds. When you throw Pikmin inside it, it actually changes their color to match the color of the candy pop bud. But we've never seen a purple candy pop bud before. What could it mean? That's right, a brand new Pikmin type. Looks like a sumo wrestler. Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It has hair, and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Almar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. Damn straight there's others. Alright, so purple Pikmin. They're very slow. You can see that they're already running slower than the red ones. But they are very strong. They're very good at combat. And each purple Pikmin can carry the weight of 10 other Pikmin. So that's how we carry this back. Check this out. Boom. 131. They'll be slow, but they'll get it done. I try to collect as many of the enemy corpses as possible, because it does add up over time. Okay, all of you guys can get on here. Oh, they slid down a little bit. That's fine. Very dark down here. This used to be, what, like a sewage system? I don't know. What's up with this? Astounding! Alright, calm down. Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate that it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. Basically, this is our exit from the dungeon. Ta-da! 200 Pokos. The Spherical Atlas. There's a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere, retrieving data. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press start pause to contact me and access the exploration kit. This is one of these special items that we can unlock in the game. Now that we have this new data, we should be able to explore the decoded territory tomorrow. Basically what this one does is it unlocks another area for us to explore. The Valley of Repose is one area, we just unlocked the second. Escape to the surface with your Pikmin? Don't mind if I do. Tell me that's not adorable. Look at that. We got 22 Pokos from enemies alone. Cave complete. Our first dungeon. I do not need to save. And we're back. That wasn't so bad. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Oh, okay, one cutscene ended for another to begin, sure. Olimar and Louis, since you'll explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Yeah, so there's no time limit in this game. There's a day limit, or, like, each day has a specific amount of time you can spend in it, but you can spend as many days as you want to get all the treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Which I'm not that big a fan of. I kind of like the time limit. It added a sense of urgency to the first game. Apparently there was going to be a time limit for this game, but they decided to get rid of it to make it more accessible. Which, sure, I guess. The original time limit, I believe, was going to be like 15 days. So I always challenge myself to try and finish this game within 15 days. I usually do it. These first two episodes are going to be longer than the rest of the series, I think, just because there's a lot of tutorial to get through. We earned 672 Pokos today. That's wild. No Pikmin died. We raised 40 red Pikmin and 10 purple Pikmin for a total of 70 across both days. Pretty nice. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hokutate Savings and Loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! Dude, they're gonna arrest you. Oh, I didn't mean to go back to this. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Boom! Area number 2 unlocked, the Awakening Wood. We'll explore the Awakening Wood tomorrow, but for now, I think that does it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.